Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honors to the Apostle Edda's Great Millstone, peace and blessings, the brothers pushing his truth and sincerity, and Kwam Yasharala. It's the brother in Apostle Kadash coming to again another lesson. All right. And then the topic of this lesson is this hardcore slavery that we serve here, on top of the work that we still the slavery has not ended. The hardcore slavery has ended, but as far as this being in subjection, that has not ended. That it because we're still. I want to grab this scripture to start off with. You know, we've been here for a minute. Feel like almost 1,000 years we've been here. It say Baruch chapter 3 verse 8, I believe this is it. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. Now keep in mind, our fathers is us in the reincarnation. That just tell you right there, because it tell you in the scriptures that the son is not going to pay for the father's sin. Neither is the father going to pay for the son's sin, right? So that would have to be talking about us in the reincarnation. But as you see right here, subject to payments. Here it is, you get a check, and the check got a state tax. You got a country tax. You got an OSSAI tax, basically, for the elderly. They're going to take some money out your check for the elderly. You got a city tax. And if you live in a different city than you work in, it get taxed separately. You get taxed 4 or 5 different ways as soon as you get your check. They take, if you make, let's say you take 1,700 home, they gonna take 500 and leave you with 1,200, and that's a 2-week check. So off the rip, they taking 500 from you, right? Then you take that check. Now it's time for your bills. You gotta pay you renting, right? Now you gotta pay for that rent. You'll never, even when you buy your home, guess what? You gotta pay for a mortgage. You gotta pay for city tax. Got to pay for property tax, which is cheaper than renting. Just me throwing that out there. But you gotta you got another payment to make. Guess what? You want to go eat? It's tax on the food. Oh, you want to get you some fish and rice? Cool, that's $20. But we gonna need $3 for taxes. So no matter what you pay for, after you pay your taxes, you got to pay some more taxes. And guess what? When the government give money back, niggas be so, I got my money back. You got a portion of your money back. Guess what? They tax that too. They gonna tax what they give to you. So we're subject to payments. And what can we do about it? Call to the Lord. That's all. That's our only thing we can do, seriously. Because you can't go to the government and say, hey, I think you taxing me too much, man. I can't live like this. They're gonna tell you to cry about it. So yeah, we getting taxed. We subject to payments. Guess what? Not only is it just taxes, but your car break down every once in a while. You gotta go get that fixed, and that ain't cheap. You might need a whole new car. Or your car down. You might got a lift to work. Right. So it's so many payments here. Oh, not to mention people who got kids. I ain't got none. But I know brothers that do. If it ain't child support, it's taking care of the kid itself. And taking care of a kid is fucking extremely outrageous in this captivity. It's crazy to think how much taking care of a whole nother person who can't afford to take care of themselves cost in this society. It ain't like you just go to a tree farm and get some apples for the kids. No, you got to pay for them the market price, after the retail price, after the wholesale. So here it is. Once again, it's 1,000 ways we in captivity here. Subject to payments is just one. All right. But this is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. All right. So why is this place called Sodom and Egypt? Sodom, one, because of these atrocities and these fornications, which is just adultery. And you got all type of moism, the same things that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, they going on here in Babylon the Great, which is America, known as Babylon the Great, or Babylon, Mystery Babylon, a daughter of Babylon. Those are names for it in the scriptures. But the same sexual wickedness going on there, it's even worse here. Right? You could change your whole gender here. I don't think they had that, how they got it now. Right? Why is it called Egypt? Because it is hardcore bondage. We did 350 years here, hardcore bondage, and let's see, that ended in what, 1850 something? But really like the early 1900s. And yeah, think about that. That's fucking wild. 350 years of hardcore bondage, and we still here serving without a reward. So that would tell you that you're a slave, right? Here it is, your people been working for generation after generation, and they just been getting by generation after generation. Is this not the same thing as Egypt? Exodus chapter 1 verse 14. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage, in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. Let's look up the word of rigor. It says, adhering absolutely to certain constraints with consistency. Rigor or rigor describes to a condition of stiffness or strictness. These constraints may be environmentally imposed, such as the rigor of famine. So it basically goes into a hard time, and that's what we went through in Egypt. But guess what? This place is known as spiritual Egypt. So here it is. Once again, here it is. It's spiritual Sodom and it's spiritual Egypt. And it's not too hard to believe. From what we see, I know people that's been working all their life and they on the same level as me. I've been working for 5 years. That should tell you that there's little to no reward here. Jeremiah 16:15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land, and I gave unto their fathers. So we ain't gonna be here forever. It's just a long time. I give it that. It's been a long time. But we ain't gonna be here forever, though. Right? The Lord, and the thing about it is, I want to throw this out in Jeremiah 16:15. The land of the north is America. And the Lord gonna deliver us from this place. How? Through the what you people call UFOs, which we know are the chariots of the Most High. And as you see in this verse, not just us, but also the Israelites that scattered abroad, all around the world, they're gonna be beamed up too. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Hey, this is talking about America. Guess what? This is the only captivity where the children of Israel and Judah, Israel being the northern kingdom, so your Gadites, your Reubenites, your Ephraimites, and so on, all the way to Judah, which is really going into the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which is your southern kingdom. Right? They oppressed together here in America. And they say they refused to let them go. Once again, just like in Egypt, Pharaoh ain't want to let the Israelites go. He didn't want to let the Hebrews go. They was called Hebrews then, right? No, no, they was called Israelites. Yeah, they was called Israelites. But the Pharaoh, he didn't want to let them go. Guess what? The American government, they don't want to let us go. We the reasons we keep their economy going. It's not for us. This place would have been crashed. I'm gonna wait on this verse. This Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So unless you want to get destroyed, you got to get up and do something, man. If you think you about to, now I'm gonna say this: many things in Babylon are possible, and they come with a price. But your average Jake, he not buying a house. He'll never save enough money to buy a house. And I'm not even talking about pay for the house in cash. I'm talking about he won't save enough of the down payment on the house. Your average American got $500 in a bank account. The average down payment is $3,000 on the house. A nigga will never see it. You know, you trying to establish a life here. Jake be trying to set up generational wealth here just for the next generation to blow through it because it doesn't last here. To a literal sense, you can't even get no sleep here. Whether it's the demons fucking with you, whether it's this, whether it's that, you can't even get no good sleep here because there's always a thought on your mind of gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this. You know when you wake up tomorrow, gotta go to work before the sun get up. This place just want to destroy you at all angles. That's why it's called a rat race. That's why you see people 40 years old looking 80. They didn't work to death here. Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe ye, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put them into a bag with holes. Basically talking about how we would never be satisfied. We cursed as a people. We cursed. No matter what you do, it'll never be enough here. Oh, you want to get a house so your family can be warm and safe. What about when a tornado come through? What about when it's tax season? Right? It's always something here. And you never be satisfied here. A key example is them celebrities. Here it is, they up the rich ones, I'll say that. Here it is, they up millions and they'll overdose. But they still not satisfied. Babylon will not satisfy you. Baruch 3:8. No, I read this started off with. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we'll end it off with this too though. Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God. So at the end of the day, we're going through all of this because of sin, because of sins we did in our past life. This is the payback. We thought we got away with it. We died in a good old nation back home. You know, you probably died having 80 kids and you own some property back in the land of Israel, and you woke up in your next life the fucking with nothing. Woke up in captivity, matter of fact. Next life was captivity. All right. Hey, this place is nothing but bondage, man. For you niggas that want to stay here, Hey, to hell with you. I hope this is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Kakadash, giving double honor to Apostle Edwards Great Millstone, peace and blessings, and Kwam Yasharala.